Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I'm optimistic that I will get my point across tonight. Are you aware that 3 out of every 4 children have crowded teeth and incorrectly developing jaws? If left untreated, this can cause clicking and popping of the jaw joint, sleep apnea, snoring, and other issues that may result. The 3 main points that I would like to bring out tonight. The first one is, unless you fix the underlying cause of crowded teeth, they'll become crowded again. The second point that I want to bring out to you is the underlying cause of crowded teeth are mouth breathing, tongue thrusting, and incorrect swallow habits, or overactive mentalis muscle. And unless those things get treated, the teeth will always be crowded. And the third point that I would like to leave you with tonight is, with proper diagnosis and treatment, jaws can develop properly, the teeth will come in properly, and they will stay straight without the use of a retainer. Now I'm going to tell you a little story about this young lady by the name of Giselle. Giselle is 6 years old, very, very cute. While she's brushing her teeth, her mom observes her and noticed that her teeth are crowded. She brings Giselle to her local dentist, and the local dentist refers her to an orthodontist. The orthodontist states that we should wait until more of the permanent teeth come in, then put braces on, because she will need braces. So at the age of 12, Giselle, well, her mom returns her to the orthodontist. And he recommends that they remove 4 teeth and then put the braces on. Poor Giselle. 4 teeth were removed, braces were placed on her for 3 years. Wow, 3 years. Three years later, Giselle is excited because it's the day that they're removing the braces. She calls all of her friends to tell them to meet her at Olive Garden so they can celebrate her great accomplishment. Now, before the orthodontist allows Giselle to leave the office, he gives her this thing called a retainer. Have you guys heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
He tells her, make sure that you wear this. First year, Giselle, excited, she's compliant, and she does everything that she needs to do. Second year, not as compliant. The third year, something dramatic happens. Giselle loses her retainer. And then she starts noticing teeth start shifting. Then her mom starts noticing teeth shifting. On the recall, the orthodontist noticed teeth are shifting. So 3 people are upset. Giselle, because she wants to try out for a cheerleading squad. And she sees that her teeth are crowded, and she's not confident anymore. Her mom is upset because she spent $6,000 to fix Giselle's teeth. And now they're crowded. The orthodontist is upset because he spent 3 years trying to get this child's teeth straight. I submit to you, the symptoms of why teeth are crowded were treated, as opposed to the underlying cause. Did you know that it takes 1.9 grams of force to move a front tooth? Were you aware of that? Did you know that your lower lip exerts a force of 100 to 300 grams against your lower teeth? And that your tongue exerts a force of 500 grams against your teeth? So can you imagine what's taking place? There's a constant battle between your tongue, your lips, and the actual braces. And guess who wins? The one with the greatest force, correct? Mm-hmm. Mouth breathing. That's another issue that wasn't addressed. Now, when a child breathes through the nose, what normally takes place is the tongue rests against the palate. and you swallow about 2,000 times a day. And there's 4 pounds of force that the tongue applies to the palate to allow the palate to form properly and create enough space for your teeth to come in properly and stay straight. However, when the child breathes through the mouth, that relationship is compromised. So the palate doesn't form properly. Hence, there's inadequate room for the teeth to come in. So they become crowded. We talked about the lower lip exerting a force of 100 to 300 against the teeth. Now, if that force is not deactivated, what it's going to do is push against the lower teeth and causes the lower teeth to be crowded. What is the treatment for this method? I hear you asking. At my office, what we do is myofunctional research. Myo just basically means muscle. So myofunctional research, we see how the muscles function. We use this an appliance called a T4K, trainer for kids. It has several aspects to it. It has a tongue tag, where we train the child to put their tongue at all times to help the palate to form properly. We have a lip bumper to help deactivate the mentalis muscle to allow the jaws to develop properly and the teeth to come in properly. Also, it has a tooth slot to allow the teeth to come in properly. And when the child has this in their mouth, they have to, they're forced to breathe through their nose as opposed to through their mouth. So in conclusion, unless we fix the underlying cause of why teeth are crowded, the jaws will not develop properly, the teeth will not stay straight, and will develop TMJ issues and other issues that we discussed earlier. I know you've heard the statement, it's got to be the shoes. When it comes to teeth, it's the muscles. Mr. Toastmaster?